a paradox that may constitute a natural limit to intelligence, to wit. Socialization or social behaviors are an admittance of individual inadequacies. Insecurity increases the desire to participate in groups. Larger groups attract more insecure individuals. As such, herbivorous groupings, like herds, schools, flocks, are qualitatively different from carnivorous or omnivorous groupings like packs, prides, troops. Big-brained species necessitate some type of cooperative behavior. The degree of intelligence determining the necessity of the group size. Paradoxically, as intelligence increases, so does resistance to the requirements of larger groups. Big brains require big herds, but big brains multiply the odds of producing higher intelligence, which inhibit participation in the social requirements of big herds. This is the paradox. I mentioned it in another of my vids where I think it was in one of the modern mythologies, where I state that in modern times, for modern man, genius automatically means wealth. So that's why moderns, they consider wealthy men to be genius, smart, when all they must be is clever, unless they have some rare talent. But this is a falsehood. In fact, higher intelligence, I would think, inhibits participation and acceptance of the norms that are necessary for men to then make money, to become rich. So higher intelligence, rather than being automatically translated into monetary wealth, I would think does the opposite. In fact, it reduces the odds, because the more aware you are, the more unlikely you are to participate, to accept, to submit to collective beliefs and practices. And of course, if you don't submit, you don't gain the benefits, you're not rewarded, because that's what money is. It's the collective acknowledgement of your utility, of your offerings. Just as the more ego you have, the more pride you have, the less likely you are to prostitute yourself, to submit to collective necessities, collective demands, collective convictions, beliefs. Larger groups, societies, necessitate the surrender to the median. The median is lowered. The more numerous the group, the lower the median, the lower the lowest common denominator. And this is inhibiting to higher IQs. So I think this is a sort of a natural limit to IQ sizes, because the higher the IQ, the less social it becomes, the less likely it is to reproduce, because it questions everything. It is aware of things that mediocre minds are not aware of. It cannot just perform whatever is expected of it, but it sees what underlies the performance, even the sexual performance. So I think this puts a cap on how high human intelligence can reach, because the higher it reaches, the less likely it is to replicate, the less likely it is to succeed within society. A society that becomes increasingly mediocre